Was that from Tommy Boy? Oh, Tommy looks seriously bloated, and then the other guy's like, "No, it's TV. The TV adds a couple 100 pounds."
Get your earballs ready. Welcome to the Greg and Tim Show podcast. Take time to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Greg and Tim.
Hey, Tim. Guess what?
Guess what?
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Tim, you're wearing your Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Hey, we won. We won the game, and I can wear the hat with pride again. Strevler threw for a big
three passes for 54 yards.
3 for 8 for something like that. 35 yards.
One of those passes was a forward lateral.
Yeah. I thought I was watching an NFL.
It wasn't even a lateral.
I thought I was watching an NFL game, and then I emailed the league to see if they could make it more like an NFL game, and
we'll talk about that in a little bit. The new rules in the CFL.
I said, if only I could watch the NFL in Winnipeg.
Yeah, if only I could watch Jalen Hurts play for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Sugar enough.
Yeah.
But we got a few things we want to chat about. We're going to talk about,
by the way,
the new CFL rules.
First,
just wait. We're going to talk.
We can't forget to tell them to like, subscribe, share, comment.
Subscribe, share, comment,
things,
like.
Right?
There will be chapters in the bottom if I remember this week.
You told me that we got a couple of new subscribers this week, right?
6.
Wow.
6 new subscribers.
Yep.
And Roman watched till the end of the episode.
Yes, he was the one.
He messaged me.
Okay.
Here, is this better or something like that? And I realized then that he watched the whole thing,
right,
all the way to the end. And now that he's heard his name, he probably won't listen for the rest.
Apparently, him and Roman and his wife, they watch every episode. I was told
together, like as a family.
I don't know if it's together because Roman travels; he drives around a lot.
I would prefer them to watch separately. That counts as 2 views.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Well, they could maybe time it so each of their devices. I don't know.
So we're gonna talk about CFL rules.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the brand new restaurant that just opened up in Winnipeg that I was really excited about, and I got to test out today.
Do you call a fast food joint a restaurant?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, fast food restaurant.
I guess so, yeah.
Fast food restaurant. First of all, Tim, I want to talk about this new restaurant.
So before you talk about it, so this is a restaurant that has until last week only been in the United States of America.
That's correct.
And when I would go across the border, I take orders, not just for you, but for my buddy Radley and other people, and then I'd bring it to their house. And so longer because it's now in Winnipeg as of last Friday.
So I would still like you to bring back from Grand Forks. No. And when you take the B out of it, Radley just doesn't sound right. You took the B right out of Radley.
I don't. It's not Bradley.
No.
It's actually not his name. It's actually not his real name.
Was it the Chad?
It was the Chad.
It was the Chad. So here I go. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to read it a little bit, so if I'm not looking directly at the camera, it's because I can't remember everything I wrote.
Okay.
But here's what I wrote. Winnipeg finally got its very first Jimmy John's restaurant.
All the people that were clamoring
for
deal. Jimmy John's.
Big deal, right? Big deal?
Clamoring.
Big deal. Big deal. Winnipeg got a Jimmy John's. For someone like me, who loves Jimmy John's, this should have been a big dream come true.
Right.
This would have been. This is something I thought. I thought to myself, I have to open up a Jimmy John's. I personally, me and Lorraine, wanted to open up Jimmy John's in Winnipeg.
You did?
We did.
Right.
Like 8-9 years ago.
Right.
When I first had it. But wait. This dream comes with a little bit of a twist.
Okay.
First, the sizes.
Yeah, so this is the official review now.
No.
This is our official review now. Greg Stewart on the new Jimmy John's. And go.
In the USA, Jimmy John's is famous for their 8-inch and 16-inch subs.
Yep.
Here in Canada, 6 inches and 12 inches.
Right. Well,
not only you got to stop interrupting me because I'm in the middle of something here. Not only are the subs smaller, but the prices are crazy. Wait, I am still talking. This is a whole page. You have to let me finish. You have to let me finish. Even factoring in the conversion. Okay. A 12-inch Italian nightclub, 12 inches, 4 inches smaller than the American version of this, is $19.99 Canadian. A 12-inch sub, $19.99 Canadian. Make it a combo and with a small drink, not the big drink, mind you, for another $3.49, and you are at $26.85.
So $20
with taxes.
$20 for the sub. How much
for a small drink, a chips, and a large size sub, a 12-inch sub. For context, south of the border, you can get the bigger version of that sandwich for $6 less. $6 less. How much is it American? It is $13.99 for the large.
Still? Are you sure current prices?
I haven't been to the States lately.
Prices are going up.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
4 inches more sub, $6 less.
Right.
Math has never been your strong suit.
That is true.
But my strong suit says that is not a good deal.
Yep.
And let's talk the bread.
Okay.
Let's talk the bread, Tim. I know you don't eat the bread.
Yep.
I eat the bread.
Carbs are the enemy.
One of the main things about Jimmy John's is their bread is sacred. Right. That is what you go in for. The smells are
free.
Exactly. It's supposed to be that magical bread that you can't recreate.
In the Canadian
I didn't see a sign that said that.
Maybe they're
the Canadian version, though.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's not the same.
Right.
It's close.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
Right.
Here is the $1 million or $26.85 question.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Is Jimmy John's in Canada right now at the prices that they have worth it?
Worth it for who? You?
Anybody.
Because it's cheaper to drive out there and come back.
Do I love Jimmy John's enough to pay a premium price?
Yeah.
And to have a smaller sandwich on not the same bread?
Right.
Or do I take my money to other places like Firehouse Subs?
Are you saying, is the question to yourself, are you out on Jimmy John's?
Am I out on Jimmy John's?
Are you out?
Am I out on Jimmy John's?
Are you out?
I love Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong on this. I love Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
But at the price of $26.85 for a sub, a small drink like this, like I'm making that's how big the drink was.
Yeah.
And a bag of chips. Freaky Fast has become freaking expensive.
Right.
$26.85. I brought the sub back to work today.
Yeah.
And I asked everybody, how much do you think this combo costs?
Yeah.
The price range went from $13 to $16 today.
Yeah.
When I told them it was $26.85, one guy goes, you could have went and sat at a restaurant and had a meal.
Well, not anymore.
With a wait. Yes, you can.
Not anymore.
Oh, yes. I can show you a few places that you can have a full meal for that price.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. And I've been at a few of them lately where, I can get a meal for $18.99 or $19.99, and it's great.
How about a better question? If you're out on Jimmy John's because of the prices and the value, how is it going to fly with everybody else? Exactly. And they're not just opening one. I believe they're opening up
3, I think.
Right. Which is odd. Usually they start with one.
They did.
Right.
One, and then they've got the other one in Polo Park opening soon.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll have a third right away. It shows 3 on the map, but only one shows it's open.
Yeah.
But my main question is, why did they change the size of the subs? In the United States, I get the 8-inch.
Yeah.
I get the regular size sub in the United States.
Right.
Every time. And yes, it would be like $10 American. So $13 Canadian.
Right.
And the regular size sub here is $10.99. The large is $19.99. So you're saving $1 by getting the large. The large is essentially
6 and 12, so it's double. Yeah. So, what was the issue with the bread, by the way?
It just wasn't the same.
It just wasn't
the same. There was something missing. It might have been the mayonnaise. It might have been the sauce. It might have been.
So it might not have been the bread. It could have been the condiments.
It could have been just the whole sub itself.
It could have been you were so distraught at paying the extra money.
Here's the thing.
You were thrown into a mental state where everything was just bitter.
So here's the thing I did.
Yeah.
A, I went in there knowing I was going to wait.
Yeah.
B, I went in there knowing I was paying whatever it was going to cost.
Right.
So I had no preconceived notions on like the cost or the weight.
Well, you kind of had some preconceived because you know what you paid.
But I wasn't going to go in there thinking I'm only going to buy what I can afford,
right,
and I'm only going to wait for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to wait a fair bit of time,
and I was going to
pay for what I wanted because I wanted to have a comparison.
You wanted to.
I wanted a 1-to-1 comparison.
Would actually do if you were at.
If I was going to them all the time.
Yeah.
So originally I'm like, oh, I'll get the regular.
Yeah.
Because it's $10.99.
Yeah.
And then I saw him cutting the subs and I'm like, what is going, and at first again, so I'm like, I guess I'll get the large because the large looks like the regular size that I usually get at Jimmy John's. And then, so I get back and I'm like, I got to look some information up on this. Why is it costing me $26 for one thing? And why does it feel like I'm getting less for a large? So I looked it up and it's like 8 inches and 16 inches and I looked up all the pricing and everything as well. But what I'm saying is, why would they change the sizing and keep the pricing? If you're going to change the sizing, go $7.99 and $14.99.
Well, obviously, it's a price-cutting measure. It costs less material, less product in the sub, smaller sub, more profit.
But why?
Now, will that work?
Why can't they make the bread the same size?
Again, my guess is if the bread is smaller, less things are in it, it's cheaper to
100% cheaper to make.
Right. It's all about profit, man.
Sure.
Now, will that
now even an 8?
Not saying it's going to work.
An 8-inch and a 16-inch.
Yeah.
Even if the 8-inch was $11 or $12.99.
Yeah.
I would rather get an 8-inch for that price.
Right.
Than a 12-inch for $19.99. $26 for a sub.
Right.
With a drink and a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Like when I go to Subway, I look at their specialty subs. I'm like, holy smokes, $14.99, $15.99 for a sub.
Yeah.
This is $19.99 for a sub.
My guess too,
for a sandwich with meat and lettuce and tomato.
When was the last time you were at Jimmy John's in the States?
Like it would have been January.
Oh, so it has been this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it hasn't gone up. I find prices for all restaurants. We went out for wings, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago in a day.
Yeah.
And now the wing specials are like, they used to be 35 cents. Now they're 90 cents a wing.
Yes.
Everything. They were mediocre wings.
But you have to compare apples to apples. If I am in the market to have a sub.
Yeah.
Am I going to Firehouse Subs for $15.99 for a really good sub?
Right. They priced themselves possibly out of the market.
Right now, for sure. And maybe they're capitalizing because it's a digital sign. You know, in 3 weeks when it starts to die down. Honestly, it only took me about 20 minutes to get my sub.
Yeah.
So the line was fairly big. And when I left, the line was only like 5 people deep. So I came just 20 minutes too early. Maybe once the hype dies down,
they're going to lower their prices.
They'll lower their prices.
That will never happen. That doesn't.
There was so many.
There's no precedent.
How many staff do you see working at a Grand Forks Jimmy John's?
Couple,
2, 3,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. There was like probably 12 people behind the counter.
They're not going to lower their prices. They're not going to post their prices. And the grand opening, typically, it's the other way around. They'll first weekend they'll be like selling stuff for 25% off, and then they up their prices. They're not going to lower their prices.
So there's also no app for them right now. There's no way to get the discounts that you get on the apps. There's no way to get the points that you would get with Jimmy John's right now.
Yeah.
So they're missing a lot of features that Firehouse Subs came to Winnipeg. They had those features right off the bat.
Right.
You can get all the stuff right off the bat. So it is a little disappointing.
Right.
The execution on it is a little disappointing.
Do you find that? I find that if a retail chain or a restaurant comes to Canada, a lot of the time, and I'm sure there's examples that are contrary to this. A lot of the time they come and they're not as good. Case in point, Target. Case in point, Famous Dave's. I do like Famous Dave's, but it's not the same.
Famous Dave's was busy for a fair bit of years.
But it's not the same. Even if it's busy, the product and experience is still not the same.
Firehouse subs, top notch.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know because you don't eat the bread.
Correct.
But if you went to Firehouse Subs and had everything outside of the bread, you'd be like, this is top notch.
And they
did a great job.
Then the issue is, then you're just going to go to Firehouse Subs.
Right now, for sure.
You'll get rid of your Famous
I can get two
t-shirt.
subs. I can get 2 subs for $27.99 with their app.
There you go.
Full size subs.
Yeah. And we're going to get Firehouse Subs as a sponsor of this podcast. Here, Tim from the Greg and Tim Show. What's their give me an example
like
of
the hook and ladder.
Oh, I'll get the hook and ladder. I just want to say hook and ladder.
And they have the
will they lettuce wrap it for me?
They have the
will they let us the biggest question trick? I need to know, will they let us wrap?
I would assume so.
Okay, we need to find that
they
out.
Have the hat trick.
I like the hook and ladder. What's in the hook and ladder, by the way? I don't know if I actually will like it. I need to know. Please look it up. I want the hook and ladder lettuce wrapped. Because that just sounds cool. Actually, I want it right now. What time do they close?
They're open for a fair bit of time.
Where's the closest location?
Just down the street here.
Okay, I now want a hook and ladder. I got to see what it is, but I want it lettuce wrapped. I should call.
Let me tell you what it has.
I had a call during the episode right now.
So here's a couple of them. Spicy Cajun, Firehouse Captain's Club, Brisket Hat Trick. The Brisket Hat Trick's really good.
Actually, that sounds really good.
The smoked turkey, roast beef. The hook and ladder is turkey, ham, and Monterey Jack cheese with lettuce, tomatoes. The Firehouse meatball, the sweet and spicy meatball, the New York steamer, the Italian, the Firehouse steak and cheese, Firehouse beef and cheddar brisket, which is one of my favorites as well. The Engineer, club on a sub, turkey bacon ranch, hero, the veggie, and then there's so many more. But anyway, let me just see if we can let us wrap the old New York steamer for you. I know how big of a Yankees fan you are.
So it's 2 for $27. How much for one?
Let me go into that.
Through the app, you said, right?
Customize bread choice.
Somebody's watching this and saying this is a fascinating. Roman's watching this in the road and saying, "Why are you talking about Jimmy John's and Firehouse Subs for the
Everybody's
first 10
hungry.
minutes?"
Everybody's hungry.
Or they've just fast forwarded. This is
so you can do the no bread option. It just says no bread.
Right. So that would be a lettuce. So you can't just put it in your hands. It's not like what's the movie where he does the piano lessons?
And guess what? Guess what Firehouse Subs is?
Adam Sandler.
So medium Firehouse sub, 8 inches.
Movie.
Medium Firehouse subs, 8 inches.
The wedding singer.
Large, 12 inches. The combo, $17.18.
That's still expensive.
That's the combo.
Oh, with the
drink and the chips.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find the old the coupons.
Here, I'm gonna call them right now.
Why?
See if they'll let us do the lettuce wrap.
You're gonna phone them while we're recording?
Yep. Firehouse Subs, Regent. I gotta know. I know exactly where it is, actually. Cologne Crossing. I had all my carbs today. I mean, I had all my meat today, so I can't have any more.
You can't have more meat?
No, yes. Do you lettuce wrap as an option your subs? Like, do you, instead of the bread, do you have as an option wrapping it in lettuce? Oh, so it's just
like a salad?
Mixed together like a salad. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
You would be very happy with it, though. The sauces.
I like it when I like Jimmy John's when they actually take the lettuce and they make it into like the.
But the sauces that they have,
yeah.
The bread's really good there too.
I should bring my own lettuce. It's just like like romaine lettuce, and they just put it here. You put everything in this lettuce.
So large sub combo. So this is the large sub, which is really big for theirs.
Yeah.
With drink and chips, $18.
Yeah, it's still expensive, but
you also have the buy one get one 25% off. Oh, you also have the free medium hook and ladder on orders over $30. Or you have the $9 meatball sub right now.
Through the app?
Through the app, yeah.
I like meatballs too.
Yeah, the sweet and spicy meatball would probably be really good.
I could go for that.
Yeah.
I could go for that, yeah.
Just in the bowl.
Yeah. No. It kind of, I wish they, how hard is it to lettuce wrap my
They don't probably have that kind of lettuce. Because their lettuce is all shredded.
Well, I guess
Can you imagine
the dream of me
wrapping it in shredded lettuce? A shredded lettuce wrapped sub? Well, if you've made it this far, welcome to the CFL.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get a bunch of meat and start eating just meat and forgetting about the carbs for a bit.
I was.
Yeah, and I wasn't supposed to keep you accountable. You said to me, I don't want you to hold me to this, but this is what I'm going to start doing.
Yep.
Because someone called me jelly roll. I'm going to start getting a bunch of meat, but don't hold me to it. And what did I say to that? I said, that's right. That's what good friends don't do. They don't keep people accountable.
That's right.
I'll be your yes man.
Speaking of accountability.
Yeah.
Let's move to the CFL.
Yeah.
Are they accountable to the fans? Or are they just accountable to the owners?
They're kind of like the CFL ownership, or the whoever's leading the CFL is like it's like the Jimmy John's franchise that comes in and charges everyone double
and gives them half the price,
half the product,
half the value of it.
Because if anyone out there is unsure what we're talking about, the CFL,
all 90% Americans.
I'm driving back from BC on Monday, and I get text from you or Matthew or one of you guys. I don't know who it was, and they say, big announcement, noon Central Time, CFL announcing something major. Like, oh, some big news.
Yeah, and it's not that you have to throw a minimum of 5 passes to win a game.
Yeah, and I thought maybe it was about the game because they hadn't announced the stupid halftime show at the Grey Cup. It's like, when are they going to announce this thing?
It's Swifty.
I think it might be the Greg and Tim show. Because I don't even think it's sold out. I think it's probably why
it's 90% sold out.
Yeah, so if my math is correct, there's still 10% left of tickets to actually
Your math
sell.
is mathing today.
So I guess maybe sometime we'll know. But anyway, so that was not the news. The news was about the CFL in general, and you list off what they changed.
Here's the rule changes. And for those that don't know, the 90% of people that listen from the Americans, the CFL is the Canadian Football League. It is the Canadian equivalent to the NFL, which some people will argue is better, some people will argue is worse, and some people will say that the CFL has been around longer than the NFL, but some people will say that the CFL is a pure game that's Canadian football, and these rule changes are not welcome. But here's the rule changes.
Yeah.
Number 1, in the CFL, the goalposts were at the front. They were at the front of the end zone.
So they're now being moved at the 0 yard line.
They're now being moved to the back of the end zone.
And that's whatever. I'm fine with that. Right?
So you're okay initially, the CFL end zones, for those that don't watch CFL, are 20 yards, 10 yards more than the NFL. In some end zones, they're cut in the corners,
right? Like
Montreal. The corners are cut off. And in some end zones like Toronto, they were only 18 yards.
Right.
Because their stadium wasn't big enough. Now, they're making the end zones a uniformed 15-yard end zone, so everybody has the same end zone. But the goalposts have been moved to the back of the end zone, creating more playing field for a touchdown, supposedly to increase touchdowns by 60 more per season.
And
10%.
So far, both of those rules I don't have too much of an issue with. If there can be uniform in the same distance everywhere, 15 yards, making it even for everybody, I get that. Goalposts move to the back. Okay.
Can I give you a better?
Okay.
Can I give you a better solution?
Yeah.
Goalpost right in the middle of the end zone. Let's make it the most awkward place for a goalpost.
It's like the hill. Where's that hill? Is it Houston?
It was in Houston. They got rid of it.
Yeah, they used to do this hill that the center field.
Let's just say screw it. End zone's 15 yards, but the goalposts are 7.5 yards in.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, first 2 rules, I don't have a huge issue with.
You don't, but I do.
Okay.
These are probably the only 2 rules that I do have issue with, and the main reason is. And I didn't realize it until the day after. Like, I had no issues with any of the rules, and we'll go through the rest.
I had issues with one, for sure.
You might have issues with the goalpost rule now when I explain it to you.
Okay.
For the last 3 games, the Bombers have had a great kick returner that has been kick returning missed field goals for touchdowns. In the new CFL, when this takes place, there will no longer be field goal kick returns.
Right, because this is the back. Well, unless you're really, I guess you have to be really short.
How short are you going to be? Yeah. How many times have you seen a short kick?
That's true.
So no more field goal kick returns.
Okay, then I now that you mention it that way, yes.
See, and I didn't realize that on the first day either.
I'm not irate about it still. I could make it or leave it or take it or whatever.
So the next thing is the modified rouge.
Okay.
The modified rouge is you can no longer
single point. The rouge.
The rouge is a single point for the American viewers. Back in the day, if you need the ball in the end zone, or you kick the ball through the end zone or through the side out of bounds, you got a single point. Yeah. No matter what. If it was a missed field goal, if it was a missed punt, single point was earned and allowed.
Yeah.
Now, in order to get the rouge, the kick returner must kneel down or the ball must settle in the end zone.
Right.
If it goes out of bounds, not a single point awarded anymore.
If it goes out of bounds.
Yeah. If it goes out of bounds or through the end zone, no single point.
Okay.
It has to. So missed field goal, no single point.
Right.
It has to settle in the end zone.
Right.
And the kick returner has to either kneel it down or the ball has to be down in the end zone.
And that was one of the biggest. Americans made fun of the fact that you could miss a field goal
and still get rewarded.
It's like the loser point, right? That eliminates that. Again, I can wrap my brain around that a little bit.
Okay. Opposite field team benches. And I was talking to one of the Bombers last night, and I said, "So what do you think about the new rules?" And he kind of chuckled, and I kind of figured he wasn't going to give me a real answer.
Yeah.
But then he goes, "I do like the fact that we're not going to be on the same side as each other anymore in the benches in the East."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so, eh?" He's like, "Yeah, me," because he's a bigger guy, running 70 yards downfield in a substitution.
Right.
I have to run 70 yards downfield if it's on the opposite end of my bench because the benches are side by side.
Right.
And then I have to defend the play.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you imagine yourself?
Yeah.
You're in pretty good running shape.
Yeah.
You have to run 70 yards.
In equipment.
Full tilt to get there in time.
Yeah. That's true.
And then you have to also defend against these giants.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's been changed. Now teams must have people on
I don't have any issue with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another rule change is that and I'm going to get to the one that you're probably annoyed at last.
Yeah.
What's the other one here? There was one more before the main one that you're probably annoyed with.
Not that I can recall. I think that's it. Other than the
the play clock now at the end of every play is going to be 35 seconds. Right. So at the end of a dead ball, the clock starts at 35 seconds.
Right.
No more waiting for the ref to spot the ball.
It used to be what?
Now that's the thing. You didn't know.
Yeah.
Because it was based on when the ref spotted the ball and when the team was ready, and then they blow in the 20-second clock.
Right.
And then the 20-second clock would go. Sometimes it would be 10 seconds. Yeah. Sometimes it would be 20. Sometimes, and I was saying this during the last game, I'm like, man, the team can take like 30 seconds to substitute and get the ball spotted, and then it's still a 20-second game clock.
Right.
Now it's 35 seconds. The game will move quickly.
It's like the pitch clock in baseball.
It's like the pitch clock in baseball, but it also is uniform. Now the refs don't determine the speed of the game, and the refs don't determine how much, because even though the 20-second clock's not moving, the game clock is moving.
Right.
Until the 3-minute mark. So the refs won't determine that anymore. The last rule change,
and I actually like that rule change.
I do like that rule change too, and that one could have happened either way.
Yeah.
The last rule change is the one that you probably don't like. They have moved the field from 110 yards to 100 yards with no more 55-yard line.
Right. And a lot of people are saying we are moving to a more American-style game by shortening the field and having it be – because that's how the NFL is, right? Your 50-yard line is the middle. Mm-hmm. In the CFL, it's the 55. You have an additional 5 yards on either side of that middle.
And some teams have a C in the middle. Some have a 55.
And one of the questions, I think, at the press conference was are you going to go to a 4-down system, making it even more like the NFL?
And narrow the field.
And the commissioner said, I will not guarantee we won't.
That's right.
Do that.
No, he said, I wouldn't guarantee that anything is off the table.
Right. He didn't say quash it and say that won't happen.
Yeah. So the field is staying at 65 yards wide.
Right.
Versus the 50 yards
I'm not
wide.
sure. Yeah, I guess you could change that, but yeah.
So that
I don't understand the why. I don't have many issues with everything except for the end.
Do you want to know the why of the shortening of the field?
I'm assuming it's to make it shorter for teams to get touchdowns so you get more scoring.
No.
Okay.
The shortening of the field is to allow for the field goals to be very similar in terms of length. So the field goal posts are being moved 15 yards back.
Yeah.
But the middle is being shrunken by 10 yards or by 10 yards.
Right, but if you still only get 5 yards on 3 downs or 2 downs, your field goal is still longer than it would be based on where you would have started.
So back in the day, if you're on the 40-yard line, it was a 47-yard field goal.
Right.
Now, if you're on the 40-yard line, it's a 55 plus 62-yard.
Depending on where you are in the field, it may be shorter. It may not.
Listen to my math.
Okay.
If you're on the 40-yard line, it's a 47-yard field goal right now.
Yeah.
If you're on the 40-yard line in 2 years, it's a 62-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't depend on where you are on the field.
No, I'm saying it makes it more difficult. But you're saying it's easier to hit that field goal.
It is because you've eliminated 10 yards in the middle.
Right.
So now there's 10 less yards in that middle.
Yeah.
So now that 42-yard field goal is still 62 yards.
Yeah.
Because you add the 15.
Right.
But you didn't have to go an extra 10 yards to get to that 40-yard line.
Right.
So if you start at your own 30, you lose 10 yards in the middle to get to their 40.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure.
Also,
no, but I'm saying specifically, I don't understand the motivation with. So it's to make the field goals easier to hit because of what you've done with the goalposts.
It's to increase. It's to continue the scoring.
Right.
All in all, they want to increase scoring.
And what I said
That's what they're saying.
What I said is I can understand if scoring had been down. Maybe it could be. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there was a problem to fix. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to me like they say if it's not broken. Don't fix it, but maybe there's a problem. Is there an economic problem? Is there something that we don't know that hasn't been announced that forces the league to make these rule changes? I don't understand the why.
Yeah.
If it came out that the league is hemorrhaging and is close to collapse, but I have not heard that story.
You don't think the league is hemorrhaging right now?
I more than it has been at X.XYZ. I don't know. Is it?
I think 2 teams make money right now.
Right. And in the past, 7 teams have made money?
Minimum of 5, I believe.
Okay.
Edmonton, Calgary, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and Hamilton.
Right.
I believe are all the teams that used to turn profit.
Is this about Toronto? Is it always about Toronto?
Is it about Toronto? Is it about BC?
Is it about
Calgary?
Yeah.
I went to a Calgary game this year.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Right.
Is it about Edmonton? Edmonton doesn't even open up their upper deck anymore.
It's a huge stadium.
It is a huge stadium. But I think they draw 12,000 people.
So more scoring equals more people interested in the game. So instead of 60 points a game, they're going 75?
I think the more scoring thing is masking for what their real motive is.
Which is?
Turning the game into the American Football League.
Didn't we try this one time with going to the United States of America because that was going to save the CFL, and it turned out to be the complete opposite.
But that wasn't trying to adopt to them. That was getting Americans to adopt to Canada.
Yeah, it could be seen both ways.
So what if?
And by the way, a lot of people are panning these. These are not widely.
They're not
appreciated. Most people hate them.
So right now, the league isn't making a ton of money.
Yeah.
So the owners want to make more money. The fans that are complaining about it are from probably Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and then the handful of fans in Calgary, Edmonton, and BC.
They might have heard about the rule changes.
Calgary and Edmonton for sure.
There were rule changes?
The CF what?
What
is that a light bulb? Compact flash?
Yeah, Toronto.
CFL light bulbs, remember those?
CFL team?
Anyway, so as a league owner, knowing that the NFL is the most popular product in the world right now for football.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to mimic what they're doing?
But that's what has made the CFL special in the last 100 years is that it hasn't been the American. It's had, what was the one, what they were trying to do with advertising? Our balls are bigger.
Yeah.
Extenuating the difference in our game. What makes it special?
Yeah.
Now,
how did that work?
The CFL,
radically Canadian.
Be offensive. Be radical. The CFL is back and more radical than ever. The action never stops. It's hard-hitting, high-scoring football. Get in the game. Wear the attitude. Come on, go. Be offensive. Be radical. CFL football. Get in the game. You having more popcorn?
Yeah. That was the marketing around that. Radically Canadian. Yeah. Our balls are bigger.
Yeah.
And other things that they said throughout that. How did that work out for them? At the time, Saskatchewan almost folded. At the time, the Bombers were getting about 20 to 23,000 people a game. At the time, Toronto was being propped up by a millionaire who went to jail.
Bruce McNall.
That's right. Wayne Gretzky and John Candy were co-owners with him.
Yeah.
At the time, Calgary was one of the dominant teams in a stadium that they still have to this day, 35 years later.
Yeah.
At the time, Edmonton had the Commonwealth Stadium, which again is now 35 more years old.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, but there's history to the CFL.
Yeah. There's
this grandeur, thought of the way the CFL is." Do you think the CFL's never changed?
I'm not saying I don't agree with change. Things have to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Things have to adapt. They need to change. They can't stay stagnant. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you move this far so quickly to try to be something that you're not, this is not the NFL. And it will never be the NFL.
So I don't think they want to be the NFL.
That's based on some of these changes and not promising they're not going to go to things like 4 downs. I don't know.
I think, and this is just me thinking out loud, that if it became an NFL-like product or an NFL feeding system of players, Toronto would jump on board. And if Toronto didn't, Toronto would get an NFL team. And then the rest of Canada.
You want to be a minor league for the NFL? Is that what you're suggesting? Then we're a minor league.
Would that be good?
No.
Are we not a minor league right now?
No, we're
not a minor league right now?
We are a comparable product other than we're like the what is it, the UFL?
Which runs NFL rules. The XFL, which basically has adopted NFL rules.
Totally, the XFL is a bit different.
Well, no, that's the UFL.
Yeah,
They amalgamated.
No, I meant the other one. But yeah, they had different rules.
But wouldn't you want to have the best players possible playing in Winnipeg?
We don't have the option of players come here all the time that were in the NFL. We've talked to a couple of them.
Yes. That were in the
Jefferson.
NFL. Why aren't they playing in the NFL?
They found a home here and they like it.
Why aren't they playing in the NFL?
Because they don't want to hold a clipboard in the NFL. They want to actually play. Lots of reasons why they play.
There's a lot of players that would rather hold a clipboard in the NFL than play in the CFL.
And lots of players that would rather get the time here.
I don't believe that.
You don't think Nathan Rourke would rather be here?
If he could be on an NFL team with the practice roster, I don't think so.
And play, I think he'd rather be here.
I don't think he would.
I think he makes a good income.
He tried to be down there, and when he was practice rostered, he stayed.
He never got a chance to play. He wants to play.
I don't believe it. And I love the CFL.
Yeah.
I love watching the CFL. I like the speed of the game. I like the fact that there's more passing. Yeah. I like the wide openness of it. Yeah. I like the motion that happens during the CFL. I think that if American people watched the CFL, they would enjoy it, if not more than the NFL.
I think the bigger field,
the thing that we lose is our refereeing is not great.
Well, some would argue their refereeing isn't great either. Most leagues complain about the refereeing.
But the refereeing...
NHL referees apparently the worst ever.
The refereeing in the CFL is not great. But the CFL has adopted some great rules where you can challenge PI, you can challenge roughing the passer, and there's more challenging in the CFL. And there's also the eye in the sky, which will actually call down when something is done wrong.
Is Craig the eye in the sky?
No, there's a referee that's an eye in the sky. And I honestly think that the CFL has done a lot of great things, but it's a business.
Yeah.
And if you can't look at it like a business,
so you think so your explanation to the rule changes is the CFL is in financial hardship.
Mm-hmm.
You believe that? Okay,
100%.
All right, that's my answer.
Watch this. What was the CFL operating revenue in 2024?
Well, you should go back pre-COVID for those numbers and compare now.
Why?
That would give you a better, over time, better idea for amounts. Like 2017, what was the revenue?
But you're asking me if the CFL is making money right now.
No, I'm saying...
I can't go back in time to tell you that they were making money.
1 year is not a huge difference, I don't think. But 8 years might be. What were they doing? Were they in better financial shape 8 years ago or 6 years ago? You just can't do it during COVID because...
Or you can say in 1990,
those numbers
half the teams almost folded.
And the 90s was and they didn't even have a TV contract back then.
Yeah.
You couldn't watch the games. You have to listen to Bob Irving, which was great. Right now, Felice is wondering why she tuned into this episode because we're going on and on about the CFL. And she's saying, all I watch is car racing. That's all we watch. We don't watch the CFL. Why do you guys talk about it? Talk about car racing. Because I don't know enough about it. And I started watching that show for like 5 minutes and I gave up. I'm sorry, Roman. I can't even remember the title of it.
The F1 was Race Drive to Survive.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should get into it. Maybe have us over one night and we'll do like
a smoked turkey or maybe a smoked brisket.
Yeah, maybe we should start a restaurant that competes and sells our subs for $2 less.
At least. And we'd have to with
and we'll call it
Timmy John's.
Greggy Greg's. Greggy Greg? Jimmy John's?
Timmy Ron's.
Yeah.
Timmy Ron's. Where are you guys going? Timmy Ron's. You mean Jimmy John's? No. This new place, Timmy Ron's, is $2 cheaper and they're way better.
We just have the app going in.
And we have an app.
Apparently apps cost money.
Bombers posted $54.7 million in revenue last year.
Right. Well, they sell out pretty much every game. They're a bad example to see what the whole league makes, right? Because we know they make money.
2 teams last year made money, Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. And Saskatchewan didn't make as much money.
Is there any way to know how much the league makes in general? Like the NFL, we know how much they're operating. We know the WNBA lost $40 million last year. That kind of stuff, right? As a whole, so you can exclude the highs and the lows, right? That's what I'd like to know.
It just says 7 of 9 teams did not make money last year. That's not sustainable business. The only 2 profitable teams were Winnipeg and Saskatchewan.
So time will tell if this is the death nail or if this shakes things up. Whatever. I make the changes. Go ahead. See how it works.
Yeah.
We'll see how it looks. Time will tell.
Yeah. It's the same as anything else.
Yeah.
You look at like NHL in Canada. Yeah. Can it survive?
Yeah.
There's all these what ifs that happen. Anyway,
we took so much time on that.
We took a lot of time on the Bombers.
By the way, next week
and Jimmy John's.
Next 2 weeks, we have our first guest in a long time.
1 guest we have booked so far. Yes,
1, and I think the next week
we're working on the second guest being booked. So for the next 2 weeks, you may see a third person in these chairs.
Yeah.
Which chair would they be in? Maybe Tim's lap.
And no, we're not doing that. And I'll give you a hint. Get cracking.
Get cracking.
That's my hint.
It's what's for dinner.
Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs.
You lost me.
Did I really?
Yeah.
You don't remember those?
No, not really.
Google them after the episode.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you watching, though. And remember, like, subscribe, share, comment. And remember that Tim loves the CFL and hates bread. If you took 2 things out of today's episode, Tim loves the CFL and hates bread.
Yeah, bread. Carbs are the enemy. You just say that. Carbs are the enemy. Tim Sanderson.
And Tim has another trip scheduled in 1 month.
October, 11th,
October the 11th.
Yeah.
Not even a month away.
By the way, the drive through the night. Perfect.
Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. And Roman and Elise, I apologize for this episode. Maybe you're going to like the next one, though.
It may not get posted. You're going to start editing. It's like,
this episode's really good. I liked it.
Post the forgotten one.
I can't post the forgotten one until I have somebody. I don't know. I'm thinking about leaving it off.
We recorded one and then we just didn't post. We could just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Okay. Our balls are bigger. That's what it's going to be. Can you title it? Our balls are bigger.
Our balls are bigger.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. Tim's balls
speaking about
are bigger.
Our balls are bigger. Just shout out to the President Dave.
President David. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Because he loves the CFL. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Greg and Tim Show podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Sharing is caring.